am up here for a weekly update on the baby and pregnancy. I am officially 14 weeks, and thereby I am officially in my second trimester. Yay! Insert applause. So I survived the first trimester. Some people say that the first trimester ends at 13 weeks. Some say 14. I played it on the safe side and just wanted to wait and counted at 14 weeks. So yes, I am 14 weeks today. I'm actually 14 weeks in one day today. Today is Wednesday, June 16th, and I turned 14 weeks yesterday. The events that have occurred during week 13. So this is a recap of week 13 because we have not completed week 14, so I can't tell you what happened in week 14. But the recap of week 13 is I had a doctor's appointment on last week, and I had to complete all my preliminary paperwork appointments with the nurse. And everything went fine. You guys, it is like extremely hot out here, and it's only 8 in the morning. We're gonna have to go back in the house. Hold on. Alrighty, you guys, I'm inside. It is ridiculously hot outside, and it is too early in the morning for it to be this high. But anyway, I had to go to the doctor last week. Last Thursday, I went and I did my preliminary paperwork. So at my clinic, or at my facility, OB facility, whatever you want to call it, you have to meet with the RN, and they go over all of your family history, your pregnancy history, and whatnot. And it's like an hour-long appointment just going over paperwork and getting everything situated for your whole pregnancy as far as paperwork. They create, at my clinic, they create this huge file. In that file, it will have my C-section report from my first C-section. It will have the prescription for my breast pump because my insurance will pay for a breast pump. It contains my admissions paperwork. And it is a file that is exclusively kept just for the pregnancy. I am at a military facility due to my husband being military. So everything is done at that facility. My primary care physician is there. I get my pharmacy. My pharmacy's there. I will be giving birth in that facility, as well as my prenatal is there. So that's what that appointment was. I was fine during the appointment. While there, I needed to go and pick up a prescription that my doctor had sent over the day before. You guys, I know you're like, why is she fidgeting with her hair? I just retightened my locks Saturday, and that first few days of the retie, your hair just is stiff and does what it wants. So I move it periodically to loosen it, but I maintain my own locks. So yeah. Anyway, I went to the pharmacy, which is, like I just said, in the same facility. So I went to the pharmacy to get some medication filled. And while I'm waiting for them to call my number, we get a code red. And at our facility, a code red means fire. So they make everyone in the hospital that can evacuate. So we're sending out, I live in North Carolina, and I live near the coast. So I'm, pretty much 20 minutes from the Atlantic Ocean, and I get all that nice humidity that gets blown off of the ocean. So yeah, it's always pretty much hot here, especially during hurricane season. And we're currently in hurricane season. So yeah. But anyway, as we're evacuating the hospital, I'm sitting here debating, do I want to sit here? Do I want to just go home and I come back and get the medication the next day? My best friend works at the facility as well, so I wanted to make sure she was good because I didn't know if it was a real fire, a fire drill. I didn't know what it was. So once I secured her and knew that she was okay. It was hot and I felt the need to leave. So that's what I did. I left. And I felt sick. I had a headache. And the headache, as soon as I got in the car, I took medication for the headache. And not even 15 minutes after taking said medicine, I felt the need to vomit. That twinge you get right here, I was feeling it. And I'm on the phone with my husband, and I'm sitting there like, I don't feel well. And we happened to have took everything out of our truck that day, so there was no cup. Normally we have a drinking cup somewhere in our vehicles from us going out the day before. There was nothing in this car, so I had nothing to throw up in but a small water bottle that I was happened to be drinking the water from. So I get maybe 15 minutes from there. Not even 15 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes from that point where I told him, babe, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And everything came out. As I'm driving alone in my vehicle. And if you're not familiar with military bases, when you're going through the gates, there is not a shoulder to the right or left for you to pull over on. So there was nowhere safe for me to pull over that was not going to impede oncoming and ongoing traffic. So I'm sitting here, I'm driving, I'm throwing up, and I'm the individual that as I throw up, my eyes water, I close my eyes, so I'm trying to force my eyes. These are involuntary emotions of myself. I'm trying to keep my eyes open because, again, I'm driving. So I end up throwing up in my lap with my husband on the phone, and it was nothing but stomach bowel because when I first wake up, I can't eat. It's just not something that I've never been able to just wake up and go straight to breakfast. I have to sit, let my body settle in and just being awake, and then I go eat. So I hadn't ate at that point because my appointment was at 8 o'clock that morning. So I threw up all in my truck, and I had to go home, rush and take a shower because my son wanted to go see my dad, and I needed to drop him off with my dad. So wallowing in the fact that I threw up on myself was not an option. But when I got home, I was like, okay, I could feel the burning in my throat from the vomit and the bile. And I just felt like crap for the rest of the day. And that pretty much was the seal of my first trimester. I've had really bad nausea that whole trimester, but that by far is the only time that I've actually vomited. I have felt like I wanted to vomit. I have felt the nausea here, and that's the only time I've upchucked the whole pregnancy. My heartburn is getting worse. Don't know why, but if I eat ground beef, it is horrible. Indigestion is horrible. I'm burping. I am uncomfortable. Am I going to stop eating ground beef? Probably not. Am I just going to suffer through it because a lot of the dishes that I eat and love contains ground beef in it? Yeah. Yes, I am. Another thing that occurred during week 13 is I had my first, like I said before, I had my first OB appointment last Wednesday. And in that appointment, he wanted to do my NIP testing, the non-invasive, see, there you go, there goes that indigestion, excuse me, non-invasive pregnancy testing. And the particular test that he ran was the maternity 21 plus. And I was assuming that my results were going to come back 7 to 10 days later. And I happened to wake up Monday morning, and I do this every morning. I check my emails and see, you know, what's in there. And I saw that LabCorp said I had some results released. And I'm like, I have not done any testing with LabCorp, because at the military facility, they have their own lab in there as well. So I just automatically assumed that the lab on base was going to process this blood test. Well, apparently they sent it out and it was released. So, but prior to my doctor calling me to tell me about the test results, I'd already seen them. And this test, basically, I want to look it up. I'm in front of my computer at this point. So if you hear dinging and clinking, it's me on the computer, because I want to look it up and tell you exactly what the test tests for. I was very excited to see that everything, all the results came back negative. So that just means that I am low risk for the things that they tested for. So I got the maternity plus, the maternity 21 plus core with SCA gender accuracy. And in this test, what they test for are, and I'm reading this straight off of the LabCorp website because this is who processed my order. Okay, so this test has a 3 to 5 turnaround time frame, which I was told it was going to be 7 to 10 business days. And it says that it's used for pregnancies at increased risk of fetal abnormalities. The test delivers a comprehensive NIPT, which is the non-invasive pregnancy testing for the analysis of chromosomal regions, including trisomies 21, 18, 13, fetal sex, and sex chromosome, aneuploids. I think that's what it is. So it does go on to say what the limitations are. If you're having twins, you won't get an accurate reading if you do this. If you had a vanishing twin, you won't get an accurate reading to this. There is a certain time frame within the your pregnancy they want you to have it done so that you have enough cell-free DNA, for the embryo into your bloodstream. And you know, my stuff came back negative. Everything came back negative, and that was great. Trisomy 21 is Down, better known as Down syndrome. Trisomy 18 is known as Edwards syndrome. Trisomy 13 is known as Patu syndrome. And then they test for Jacob syndrome, triple X syndrome, monosomy syndrome, or Turner syndrome. There's one called Klinefelter syndrome that they test for. There's a list of things that they test for on here. But basically, my results came back negative. And the accuracy on the fetal sex was 99. Well, 95, I think it was. And I'm not sharing what it is at this moment, but I do know that it is confirmed. It confirmed the peekaboo that I did. So, gender reveal is coming soon, and yeah. We'll find out for sure everything once the gender reveal comes out. The only thing that would make the test not accurate is if you test before 9 weeks. And luckily, my clinic does not test prior to 9 weeks. They don't even see you at 9 weeks. My clinic will only see you for your OB appointment when you are at 12 to 13 weeks. So I had more than enough. I had more than enough weeks into my pregnancy for me to be okay. But yeah, so it's great to know that that's going on. I'm noticing that the belly is a little more pronounced and round, and it does get a little more rounder when I eat. So I do still feel like bloating is affecting me as well. But yeah, other than that, I feel very excited, and I feel like I can truly enjoy being pregnant at this point, now that I know everything's healthy with baby. I do have an ultrasound coming up on Monday. That if I'm able to share, I will share. But I have an ultrasound coming up on Monday, and this is the ultrasound with my local private clinic that we went through to determine the gender. And in the package that we paid for, it gives you the blood test, the clinical blood test to tell you what your baby is. And then it has a accompanying ultrasound that takes place after your 14 weeks to confirm the baby sex. So we have that coming up on Monday, and gender reveal will be on the 4th of July. Yeah, no one knows that I have all this going on. My best friend's going to accompany me to the appointment, so that's going to be pretty exciting just to see the baby, because I haven't really been getting good images of the baby. The appointments that they've had where they show the ultrasounds, the equipment is not very well in the office, and you don't get a good imaging of the baby like I was getting at the fertility clinic. So yeah, but thanks for coming along. Hopefully week 14 will be uneventful for me. Who knows? Indigestion and heartburn is on the horizon. And I've officially, like I've said before, I'm just wearing elastic stuff, and I am wearing my maternity clothes already. I will stand up and let you guys see the bump. So last week when I showed it to you, this was a little more indented. So I definitely feel it stretching because this area right here of my stomach itches more. But yeah, and it's hot outside already, and I'm ready for my 5-year-old to wake up so we can go get in his pool. My sister / cousin got him a pool for his birthday, because his birthday is Saturday, and it's big enough for me to get in, and I'm ready to get in it. So yeah, it's hot. It's hot, but it's too hot for me to go to the beach. And right now, they don't want me in beach water. This lock is doing what it want to do. But yeah, y'all be happy on purpose. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, because this is Father's Day weekend. And enjoy life. Have a great day.